how widespread do you think that view that you just expressed, how widely held do you think it is in the teaching community in Singapore?
I think teachers in Singapore generally feel that whatever grades they give their pupils, or whatever grades the pupils end up with in a major examination, it's also reflective of their own teaching. Okay, they will always go back when they get the result slip of the pupils and say, could I have done more? And this reflection, this thinking is always at the back of the mind. Okay, but how often it's always used to evaluate their own teaching, I think it has to be, the teachers need to spend a bit more time on it. Okay, as I said, the resources may not be available now for teachers to really spend that much time on preparing assessment, and as well as when they are grading that piece of assessment, to use the information available to do a better job. I think essentially it's been evolving, slow but steadily. It's moving towards more formative sorts of assessment, more classroom based, more for performance based assessment, more authentic assessments. But the emphasis on the terminal exams are still there. Okay, we still have the primary school leaving exams, PSLE, the GCEO, the GCEA level exams. Okay. Until and unless the modes with which these examinations assess the students are changed, it will be very difficult for teachers to really get into this formative assessment mode. And for teachers to get involved in performance-based assessment or project work assessment, teachers need to be trained as well. Right? It takes a lot of time to prepare an authentic assessment where a teacher has all the rubrics available and is able to grade the pupils. Right? And teachers need to be trained on how to prepare such rubrics and what sorts of assessment these various modes of assessment that are available. Right? Currently, most of our teachers have been rather well trained in this paper and pencil tests. Okay, they'll be able to prepare an exam in a couple of days, not an issue. But teachers need to be trained on how to prepare for, let's say, project work assessment, and it requires time. Okay? And even grading such tasks requires a lot more time than marking the paper and pencil tests. Okay? So teachers need to be prepared for it. Students need to be prepared for this kind of project-based assessment or formative assessment, as it will require them to spend a lot more time thinking about the process, the task ahead. Okay? It's not just merely regurgitating facts, knowledge, or prior analysis done and delivery on paper. So students also need to be trained on thinking about and analyzing issues that are being tested or evaluated.